The V-berth that we're going to demo our template making today is actually larger than the paper, which is a perfect example for what you need to prepare yourself for. Our V-berth today measures 10 feet wide by 6.5 feet up the center line. So we know our paper isn't large enough, and we should compensate for that by prepping the paper before we actually attempt to make it. We're going to do that now by first finding the center line, which we do on a 10-foot wide, means 60 inches from the edge. I put a mark there, and I go to the top of the paper, do the same thing. I'm going to go up about 3/4 of the way up the paper and put a dimension again here at 60. We now have the center, and from that I've measured the top part of the berth, and it's 30 inches wide. So we're going to allow an additional 3 inches, makes it 18 inches from the center of that paper over. That's a mark that I've done here. We're going to double check. We want to have about 80 inches from top to bottom, and 80 inches is right here. From 80 inches to the corner, we're going to actually cut the corner of this paper off and use it for the other side that we're short by making a couple of marks down the side. You'll notice that I tape the paper to the floor. I can assure you it's a lot easier to do it that way. So I'm cutting off 1/2 of this paper now. You'll see where we use that for the other side. This paper now becomes the rest of our piece. We're going to just lay it down and tape the two pieces together. The first thing that's important is to make sure that we're still at the maximum width of 120 inches. 120 is to that corner. We don't have to make it too big. So we'll bring this in till it's right about there at 120. A couple of pieces of tape. Going back to our theoretical center line, which we said was 60 inches in from our center mark. We're still good there. From there, we're going to come up 80 inches, which takes us here, which is our mark. At this point of the paper, we need to be at 36 inches. That's about 18 on each side. So this side is good. We're at 38, 39 inches. Now that we have the rough dimensions taken, it is very important to securely fasten both pieces of paper together before we proceed to making a template. So I'm going to do so by putting tape all along the edge of the one paper. Going up the center line, again, we know we need to be at 80 inches. Anything over 80, because the bed actually measures 76, is extra. So that's going to be a cut right through here, and then we'll fold the paper and go put it on the bed. So now we have our completed, prepped template paper so that we can take it out and put it on the berth and finish the template.